Yeah, today I'm gonna show you the best and only inventory loadout that you need in Roblox, Ohio. You really don't need anything else. No shotgun, no hog, no like two little, combo wombo guns that these other content creators make. So we're gonna start with the utility. The first utility items that you need. I mean, it's just one, but there's a select one to choose from, and it is the balloons. There's multiple different types of balloons. And the best balloon, in my opinion, is the money balloon. It is a very limited balloon, so it costs a lot of Robux. But basically, the money balloon makes you jump 2 times higher than any other balloon. You can scale any building with 1 to 2 jumps max. You don't no three, no four, no five. Makes you jump really high. You can also jump over people and RPG them mid-air and not take any damage from your RPG because you're so high up in the air. With other balloons, you cannot do that. So having the money balloon, your playstyle will change once you own it. So you have to adapt to it. You have to use it. Use it effectively. And if you have the enough Robux to get it or a kind friend to give it to you, then get the money balloon because it is an S tier balloon in my opinion. Now the second balloon is the clover balloon. Now I'm pretty sure that is the second highest high jumping balloon that you can have. I'm pretty sure, at least from what I've seen. I mean, I own all of them. The clover balloon makes you jump fairly high, definitely higher than the other balloons. If you own the clover balloon, go ahead and use it. You don't need the money balloon. The money balloon is just if you can afford it, if you're some diehard tryhard in this game, go ahead and get the money balloon. But you don't need it. Just, if you have clover balloon, just use it. It's just as effective. And the third, balloon or tiered balloon is the ghost and heart balloon. Those two, I'm pretty sure, have the same jumping distance. If not, maybe the heart balloon is a little lower, but those two are on par with each other. And if you don't have the clover balloon, but you have those two, that's also fine. As long as you have any perma balloon, you're way better off than no balloon. You know, because if you have no balloon, if you don't have any of the perma balloons, the balloon choice that is the worst in my opinion is the arcade balloon. I have never used it. I don't know the jump height. It's the same as the clover or the same as the heart and ghost balloon. But the only reason it's so low on my list is because it's not a permanent balloon. So if you die, you have to re-get that balloon over again. You're missing movement. You have no jumping movement. And if they're guarding that, the arcade balloon, you're cooked. You're not getting that movement back. Yeah, maybe you're not that many people guard a balloon, but it's just not the best. But if you don't have any perma balloon, that's the balloon of your choice. You're gonna have to get it. But if you can afford to get a ghost, clover, heart, or money balloon, go for it. I know there are people that are trading or selling it. Your skins, so your extra skins, or buy it with the Robux or your Christmas Robux or birthday Robux, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, balloons are the first utility. The next utility item you need is the medkit and band-aids. You need both of them because if you pop your medkit and you have no band-aids, you have no other healing. But if you have both, you have 4 healings total. Either of them work. If you have the medkit, I would use that as the main healing. I wouldn't use the band-aids first, just because the medkit can make your health go from 0 to 100. Band-aids, it takes, I think, 3 of them to make your health go from 0 to 100. I also don't use any food items just because they slow you down drastically. I don't use any cookies, none of that, because it's all garbage. You just need the medkit and bandages, really. Now, the third item is coffee. I feel like everybody uses coffee. If you don't use coffee, then you're losing, you're missing out, you're just terrible at the game. Coffee makes you go super fast, not really super fast, but it speeds you up. So you can rotate faster, run away from enemies, hide quicker compared to somebody who doesn't use any coffee. So yeah, coffee is a must. I'm not sure if you just need to drink one coffee or two. To be honest, for the year I've been playing on and off towards, later in the year, I've always been popping 2 coffees, not one, just because I feel like popping 2 makes you go faster. I used to drink 3, but not anymore because I have a mobile dealer and I don't want to lose stock on it, so I just pop two. So yeah, just make sure you have coffee and always drink it before a fight or when you're playing a game. When I log in, I always drink coffee because it gives me increased movement speed. So if somebody's trying to sneak me or someone's trying to shoot me and, I have the reaction time, if you have the reaction time, you can just get out the way and just shoot them back because they don't have that movement speed. So yeah, just make sure to always buy coffees, refill coffees, and make sure you always have at least three. I always make the mistake of drinking two and then not refilling and thinking I have three again and just having one. I drink my last and only coffee and have to go all the way back to here to buy or use a stock in my mobile dealer. But yeah, just buy coffee. There's no harm in it. All right, last but definitely not least, because this is probably the most important one. Actually, it's not the most important one. I think the medkits are they're all important, whatever. It's armor. You always want to make sure you have more than one armor in your inventory. Make sure to pop a police vest first. You get that at the police station. Then pop a military vest. And then have, or my fault, buy another police vest to have in your inventory. And then buy another military vest to also have in your inventory. And then buy a heavy vest. So you have police and melee equipped, so you're set on that. Then if you get RPG'd or some of your armor gets knocked off, you have backup in your inventory. So when you're out of combat, you just pop both of them. And the reason to pop the police vest first is because it prevents you from getting ragdolled by one RPG. So if somebody randomly RPGs you, you will not get ragdolled. You won't get locked, animation locked, whatever you want to call it. You'll be able to move around freely. Yes, your armor will go to half, but just go out of combat, equip a new one. Don't go straight into battle with half armor. That's very dumb. Unless you know you can take them, but majority of the Ohio players are really bad in my opinion. And they don't know how to rotate or use armor effectively. Yeah, just re-equip it because that half armor could be your saving grace. So yeah, just make sure you have police armor, military armor, heavy vest. Now the best part of the video in my opinion is the weapons list. So the first weapon, bro, like I'm so bad at this, man. It's so weird talking to myself, dude. Like it feels so awkward, dude. I can't, I don't even know. Anyways, the the first weapon is the Scar. That gun is a must. No AUG, no saw, no shotgun, Scar. Like just pick up the Scar. That gun has no recoil. It's literally hit scan. Easy headshots. You always want to aim for the head. There's no recoil again. Easy to control. It's by military base, Millie Mountain. I call it Millie Mountain, Scar Mountain, whatever. It's inside this building. It takes off armor very quick. It's very good in all ranges. Short, medium, long ranges. It has no recoil. But yeah, just use it, have it as a main. I use it 99% of the time. So yeah, if you don't use it and you main Val or you main AUG, just kick those two out the window. Get a Scar. Use a Scar. Has no recoil. Easiest gun to use. I think a lot of people use it. But yeah, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, just pick it up as the first weapon. And then the next weapon is an RPG. A lot of people always complain about RPG spam, RPG spam. I don't care. Who cares about RPG spam? There's no honor in this game. A win is a win. If you can have 50 bajillion RPGs in your inventory and just click all your keys, I'm stuttering, and using all the RPGs you have in your inventory to kill somebody, it's a win. I don't care. I used to have 3 RPGs in my inventory. All I would use is Scar and 3 RPGs. I would hit them with 1 bullet to put them in combat, and then shoot all 3 of my RPGs, and they get knocked, and then kill them. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. RPG spam, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're not gonna have 3 RPGs in your inventory. It's very rare to get those. I mean, when I get those, I am very careful when I'm playing because it's very rare to get. I mean, even 2 RPGs are good. You don't need 3. 3 is overkill, to be honest. But not a lot of people have 3 or 2 RPGs, so 1 is fine. Scar, an RPG. RPG is also good for crowd control. It could knock multiple people at once if they're all huddled up, and it also takes away half of the military vest. but it doesn't put a person in combat. So depending on your situation, you either open up with an RPG then start shooting, or if you think they're very skilled enough to equip armor as soon as they're knocked, then just tag them with one bullet of a scar and then shoot. But if they get shot, they're going to be jumping around the other way, so you just have to assess the situation. But yeah, RPG is another must-have. And the next gun, I know nobody uses. I'm the only one in this game that uses the gun. If I see anybody else use it, it's very, very rare. And that gun is the acid gun. I think that gun is very good for crowd control. You know, it's on the same tier of the RPG. I mean, yes, it doesn't ragdoll, but it shreds armor very, very, very quick. And just using acid gun and another gun, if you get that cloud, you know, surrounding a person and just start shooting, it shreds so fast. Even if they go and hide in buildings, like yes, RPGs can have massive explosions, but an acid gun takes up a whole entire room and it stays there. Not like RPG where it's like you shoot it, boom, that's it. Acid gun lingers, and if they're in it, yes, they can put armor on through it or heal through it, but that just means they used armor that they cannot use later, and they use their meds that they cannot use later. And they're either in a pinch or you're controlling where they're going. They have no escape routes, they have no cutoffs. An acid gun is another must-have. If you've never used it before, it's in the sewers. It's where the, I don't know if you know where the ray gun is. I mean, I'm going to show you a clip of where to get it either way, where it's at in the sewers. But if you know where the ray gun is, it's in that area in the sewers where all the green liquid or green goo is, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle essence, whatever you want to call it. It's in there. It's really good. If you don't use it, I highly recommend you using it with the RPG. It's a very good combo. I mean, I don't really recommend opening up with the acid gun. I mean, it really depends. Again, you always have to assess your situation. Every situation is different. But yeah, acid gun is a very, very good gun in my opinion. And just start using it. You know, give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, then you like it. It's another crowd control gun you can have in your inventory. Yeah, I really highly recommend using acid gun. Now, the fourth gun you want is an AS-Val. I know I said earlier to kick the AS-Val out the bucket or kick it out the window, whatever I said earlier. But the AS-Val is just a backup gun. It's not a main gun that I use. You know, obviously I'm not Mr. Perfect and I hit 30 bullets of my scar. Yes, I'll miss, and yes, people use skinny or small avatars, which if they do, they just suck at the game because they need some avatar advantage. They can't aim. But yeah, I mean, if I use my scar ammo, my bullets, you know, I run out. Obviously, if you're gonna reload mid-fight and there's people with bullets, they're gonna start shooting at you and you're at a disadvantage because you're not shooting back. So I just swap to a Val. You know, I shoot with the scar. If they're low or I miss some of my shots, I swap to Val and I unload the rest of the clip, and that usually kills them. Like Val is like I usually kill him with the scar, but if I can't, the Val will just finish it for me. The Val is good at medium, like close, not far medium, but close medium to very close ranges. It has a very high recoil. The recoil is I'm pretty sure it's diagonally to the top left or top right. I know it goes diagonal. So all you have to do to really control the recoil is just drag your mouse in the opposite direction. So if it's going diagonally top right, you just drag your mouse diagonally bottom left. Why is that right? I something like that. Just drag it the opposite way it's going. I don't know if they changed the recoil. If it just goes straight up, I mean, just shoot the gun. Just shoot the gun. Don't use your mouse to, you know, control the recoil. Just shoot it, let it go, and it'll show you the pattern. If it goes straight up, all you have to do is just drag your mouse straight down when you're shooting. Boom, the recoil is controlled. I know for a lot of new players, it can be hard to control. So instead of using the scar, if you're wanting to learn gun recoil, use the Val. Learn the Val and just learn that gun recoil. And once you get it down, then just use the scar. Because, you know, if you're a new player and you rely on a scar that has no recoil, then when you swap to a Val, you're going to be shooting all over the place. So just use the Val for a bit, learn the recoil, learn how the gun is. Again, it's only good at medium to close range, extremely good at close range. It's a submachine gun. It's like something like that. I'm pretty sure it's a submachine gun. but it shreds armor really, really quick. You know, the Scar and the Val shred armor extremely quick. And the last gun, this is optional. I mean, I use it. It's the Barret. The Barret is another good gun because if you get a headshot with someone who has armor, it wipes out their armor completely with military armor. A normal, another headshot with no armor, they're just down. Yeah, it's a 2 shot to the head. It's good. It's a good support gun in wars. You know, you don't have to be up in there with everybody else. A lot of people get, mistakenly where everybody focuses on one person during wars. That's how a lot of people die or lose wars because there's other people that need to focus on. What's the point of 9 people looking at one guy when there's 5 more behind them or around them? It's just better to have, everybody split with different types of guns. But the Barret is really good, high damage. When it's optional, you don't have to use it. I mainly use it if a random tries to kill me, I kill the random and I just start sniping at him if I see him. Because most randoms don't know how to fight really, and they just use shotguns. So you just start sniping at them and just kill them from far away and not really have to waste money, waste armor. I mean, you're in a sense wasting money because you have to rebuy the ammo, but you're not wasting as much money. But even in, you know, high skilled wars or whatever you have to call it, Barret is really good at just supporting, sitting back and shooting enemies and just taking off some of their armor. Even, I guess, if you want to sneak somebody with a Barret or open with a Barret, you can. Just make sure you hit them in the head. Their armor is gone and they're in combat. They can't equip any type of armor. You can just start RPGing, acid gunning, shooting, chasing them, whatever, because they can't equip armor for, a couple of seconds because they're in combat. So there you have it. That's my loadout. That's what I use. I use balloon, medkit, coffee, car, RPG, acid gun, Val, Barret, and armor. Of course, everybody uses armor. Any other gun, in my opinion, is irrelevant. Double barrel, AUGs, the minigun, M4A1s, even the saw. It's just all the guns are terrible. I mean, if you are on the budget, if you don't have that much money, then sure, I guess you can use those guns. But I mean, if you can't die, then you won't lose money. So just, use what I recommended, experiment with it, try to implement it to your playstyle. Everybody has different playstyles. This is my playstyle and this is what works for me. These guns are what works for me. Easy kills. Not a lot of people will mess with you once you understand this loadout and how to effectively use it in certain situations. Also, the riot shield. If anybody uses a riot shield, you're just really bad at the game. Like I'm telling you, there's no point in using a riot shield. There's 2 guns in the game that literally counter the riot shield. The first one is obviously the RPG. They'll get ragdolled, and they're gonna try and pull up the riot shield, but they're ragdolled, so they're just gonna die. An acid gun. So if anything, if they get ragdolled and their RPG is not RPG, their riot shield is covering their whole body for whatever luck of a reason, just acid gun them because they'll start losing armor very quick. You don't need riot shield. I mean, I guess if you're a very defensive player, sure, go for it. But you're just gonna die. You don't need it. Like if you can kill somebody faster than they can kill you, then you don't need a riot shield. That's why I just recommend the Scar and the Val. It's just two of the best killing weapons. And yeah, if you really enjoyed the video, enjoyed the scuffed type of loadout guide that I provided, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be honest, I mean, this game isn't that big of a deal, but I know a lot of people take this game very seriously and they want to prove they're like the big dog in the game or top tier clan or whatever. But everybody sucks, in my opinion. Like there's only very, very few people that are, good or on my par of a level. I'll say the tier list or my list of people that are good the next video, but if this, current video does good, I'll release what I do during wars or what I used to do during wars and just what I do now and just teach other people how to be better at the game. I know there's new players coming into the game, old players that still want to learn, and I'm willing to ungatekeep my stuff. If I don't play this game anymore, I quit. The game's boring, the game's dead. A lot of weird people in this game, and there's no point in playing this game, so yeah, I don't play it no more. So I'm willing to, teach people that want to be better at this game or, do whatever, have some good clan members, anything, I'm willing to whatever. I used to be in the OG Ollie. I mean, yeah, I used to be an Ollie when it was during the golden days when, the upbringing. Now Ollie, really fell off. I don't know how it's doing now. I don't know who the top clan is. I know Ollie's not the top clan no more. I know they fell off, I'm pretty sure, or just on the verge of death. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. This video does good, decently good, as enough thumbs up. I'll make a combat guide video so I can teach people how to play. I mean, it'll be more effective for PC players. Mobile players can also implement it because it's a lot of movement and decision making and just how to use this loadout that I currently have. I mean, you can, I guess, implement it with your style too. But yeah, I mean, that's enough rambling for now, I guess, and I'll just see you in the next video.
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire. Don't make me kill you.